Right. Greetings. This is audiovisual recording, time and date stamped in the archivable format for public notice. So, I want to do a little breakdown here on the etymology of the word indigenous. So, we have the word here. I typically use Etymonline, but that is the first choice on Google. So, you see, indigenous is an adjective. So indigenous describes a noun, right? A name and word. So we have born or originating in a particular place. Once you're born or you originate in a particular place, it means you are indigenous to that place. That is from 1640s, from late Latin, indigenous. We have born in a country or native. From Latin indigena, we have sprung from the land or native. Same thing, was born in the country, sprung from the land. As a noun, you have a native, literally inborn or born in a place. From Old Latin indu, that is the preposition, that is the part that means in or within. And generi, that is a perfective form, perfective tense of the word genui, which is to beget or to produce. So it's almost like to beget or produce within, or produced within, or beget in, or beget within. From PIE, meaning Proto-Indo-European, that is what is Western society and all the places on the planet that they dominate. The root gene is where you get the description give birth or beget. So because you have gene in the word there, the gene is beget or birth, with derivatives referring to procreation and familial and tribal groups. So it relates to procreation and familial groups and tribal groups, right? Hindu is within, is from Hindu meaning within, is from archaic Hindu, which is cognate with Greek Hindu, meaning in or within. From PIE, Hindu, extended form of the root in to in. So that is where you get indigenously. So you see all the details there. You could click and go further. In the gene as a native or indigenous. So you could go and read more about it. But I think we have the picture there. Somebody born in a place, original to a particular place, born in a country, native, sprung from the land, native, a native, literally inborn or born in a place. I don't know how many other ways they need to say it. You're born in the zone, you're indigenous to the zone. It's as simple as that. You're born in the zone, you're indigenous to the zone. Through the various mental and physical and psychological programming strategies utilized by conquering colonial systems, they have convinced the mind of the people, convinced people that are indigenous. You're talking about a half-naked man, a woman with tatats outside, running around looking to lick down one another, and no behavior, and There are no sense of order, they're chaotic, there are no progress or growth or development aspect, there are no love in them, they're real, uncaring cannibals, frustrating life, there are no food, hard life, barefoot and stress. That is how they program the mind. That is what indigenous is. That you have to be riding on a donkey or a horse to be indigenous. You understand? But we just went through the etymology there. At no point in history, when the word was being created, any of these concepts were part of it. That has nothing to do with being indigenous. You're born in a place, you're indigenous to that place. How much of your culture and your language and your traditions you maintain, that is a different matter. But it doesn't change the fact that you are indigenous. And according to a whole host of declarations and resolutions and constitutions and all the other shuns, all the other contracts, there's a lot of rights afforded to indigenous beings. So it makes sense for a colonial enslaving mechanism to create a fraud in the mind that indigenous is something that you are not. You are not that. You live in a life of convenience, so you're not indigenous. Yes, you still are indigenous. Not because it have convenience, it means you manifesting out of thin air with no creator, no higher force guiding your purpose and your life. Whether you know it or not, it's still happening. Nothing new under the sun. It's still happening. It still have a guiding principle and a guiding force. It still have a creative energy that manifests in the reality. It's still happening. Somebody might know how it's happening to them and how it's affecting them, but it's still happening. So I wanted to clear up that is what indigenous is. That is what indigenous is. It has nothing to do with prehistoric lifestyle. So yeah, I would follow up on another one soon, but I just wanted all and sundry to be aware. This is not me making this up. This is Etymology. This is the website where it is accepted. The historical aspect to words would be explained. Anyone can check this and confirm, and please do, because all that I am saying here is hearsay. I want to remind people that all of this is hearsay. You just hearing me say things right now. You need to read it yourself in order for it to be fact, in order for it to be your knowledge, in order for you to be able to analyze it and make it make sense to you. So check Etymon online and read it for yourself, analyze it in your own thoughts, and allow that knowledge to permeate your existence. Level up, level up. Notice the agent is notice the principle, notice the principle is notice the agent.